experiencing homelessness in the Midlands. This month, Harvest Hope and Transitions Homeless Center partnered together to expand meal services for those in need.
The organizations say this new collaborative effort will allow for the delivery of 600 hot meals per day to those who need it. So joining us tonight to tell us more about this impact are Transitions CEO Craig Curry and Harvest Hope CEO Aaron Rowe. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So first, let's just start with, tell us a little bit about this collaboration, how it came to be.
Well, Craig and I started talking in early November. Salvation Army had done an amazing job over the past, I think, 14 years, providing 13 years, providing food at Transitions, and then they were exiting. And Harvest Hope has been looking for a production kitchen to really expand how we are serving our neighbors that are food insecure. And it's just, it was magic. So we just came together.
And so we have 50 or so partners there, and we can't do it all ourselves. And Harvest Hope has the expertise, and we were as excited as we'd be because I can't cook anything, and we don't have any cooks. But Erin's got cooks, she's got skills, and it just is a great partnership because now they can run the kitchen completely, help other organizations as well. So we're excited. Hopefully it expands across the Midlands more.
Yeah, food prep and distribution, your bread and butter, for lack of a better term. But
we can do food. If
yes.
we can do anything, we can do food, yes.
Absolutely, and this is going to make a huge difference. And Craig, you know, when you talk about food insecurity here in the Midlands, it's an issue that is front and center, and you know, a lot of times it can get ignored, I think sometimes pushed to the wayside, but it's really hard to believe how many people are struggling, especially you know, these days with inflation and the rest of it, putting a meal on the table can be difficult.
It's very difficult, and for the unhoused community, obviously they have no kitchen because they don't have a house. So they're struggling every day for food, and as long as they're struggling for food, they're not looking for work, they're not looking for a place to permanently house themselves. It doesn't work. You have to meet the basic needs first so that they can then expand. So the food to a shelter is just a lifeblood. It's critical to take care of folks so that they can go out and do what they need to do, maybe health-wise, maybe job-wise, whatever it is, so they can get that income going and they can get into permanent housing.
Yeah, it's a necessity that sometimes you take for granted.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So with that, what is it like, or what do the logistics look like to make this happen?
It's a beautiful dance between partnerships of a lot of organizations. We do have access to a lot of food donations on a larger scale with our warehousing, so we can actually store larger quantities of food and bulk buy it. We're able to produce food with donations and purchase food, so it does take some agility on that. We get lots of surprise donations. We've got a beautiful donation today from Hunters for Hungry, which is a hunting organization that collects the processed deer meat, and so I want to say it was like 500 pounds, right,
Yeah,
Craig? There's a lot we got in our warehouse today, but we're able to store that at Harvest Hope's freezer, because we have a huge warehouse that then we can cook food from that over the course of the next couple months.
Yeah, you know, so many different organizations really stepping up to help Harvest Hope and, you know, really kind of feeding into it. And so now, you know, it's going to be able to get to Transitions in a streamlined fashion, and the need is very large at Transitions as well, Craig.
It is. You mentioned earlier about 600 meals a day. We have 260 folks who are there every night, adults that are 18 or older, men and women. And additionally, we have about another 70 on average that come in for the lunch meal. So the lunch meal is generally our largest meal, and folks come in off the street, and those folks who come in as day users, often, I mean, their only meal of the day may be the lunch that we provide, and Harvest Hope cooks and serves. So it's important. I mean, if you're not meeting feeding the aspect of food every day, folks are hurting.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful collaboration for really a need in the community, and we actually have those details up on your screen with how you can give. Go online to those two websites right there, transitionssc.org and then harvesthope.org/ways to give. But thank y'all so much for sharing information with us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. It's great.
You bet. All right, we'll be back with more Prime Time coming up after the break. Stay with us.